And hello and welcome back to Faster Night. We're going to jump straight back in. And oh dear. This doesn't look so good. Oh wait, no, panic averted. We are, in fact, fine. I just remembered that in the beginning of the last recording, I hear that same alert. It seems that we're just in as bad shape as we were when I cut off recording last time. I've been hearing some horror stories about people closing their game incorrectly and losing all of their progress, and I dreaded for a moment that I had lost all of the progress I made in episode 4. But no, we're fine. Still got all our weapons. Still got all our crew. Including Williams, our Borg escapee, our defense drone Mark Wizard, and the firebomb. So that's all good. I believe we were just going to head up to this unvisited beacon and then visit the store. So let's get it away. You arrived just in time to see an unusually well-armed NG ship destroying a small pirate craft. A teleporter signal is detected. Intruder on deck. A young mantis in charred uniform has teleported onto the deck. He begs for sanctuary from the NG and offers to serve in exchange for your protection. The NG have already traced the teleport signal and are offering a deal in exchange for the prisoner. I've not seen this before. Side with the fugitive and fight the NG ship, or agree to offer up the mantis in exchange for a bounty. It would be nice to have a mantis on the ship. That would bring our crew complement to 6, I believe. But the mantis have attacked us a lot, and the NG are, good guys. So no, I'm going to give the mantis up. The NG captain is delighted and quickly arranges for the transfer of the prisoner. 38 scrap. There we go. Now I'm going to power down the med bay and power back up the engines. And that gives us loads of scrap to go to the store. That actually worked out really well. Well done, crew. Now let's see. Message arrives. Your scrap, ours, our weapons for you. Oh, those silly NGs. One day they're going to start a war like this. We're about to raise the shields when we realize it's just an NG trader looking for a trade. Ooh. Now, first of all, we'll fix our entire hull. And they're selling a faster-than-light jammer. Scrambles enemy FTL computers, doubling the time it takes them to jump. Or a reverse ion field. Protects your ship from ion damage, giving a 20% chance to negate it entirely. It's only 1/5. And that's a lot of scrap. Well, not that we can afford it now. We'd have to sell something for it. The FTL jammer would be nice. And the burst laser as well. Oh, there's a lot of choices here. Still takes 2 power. No, I think we're going to keep our scrap. And we'll jump down to this bottom beacon here. And then move. We'll probably have to jump up to this one anyway before we can move across there, because I think this is going to be way too far of a jump from this beacon to this beacon. So, but we've got plenty of time, I think. I mean, the rebels will be hot on our tail, but still. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials while we wait for the faster-than-light drive to recharge. Now we can either explore the asteroid field, or declare it too dangerous and just wait for the charge. I'm thinking... Well, no, let's explore it. Scans reveal a number of asteroids with useful compositions. You extract some fuel. Good choice. Let's make the jump. There's no reason to hang around here, so we'll just go ahead and jump on. You arrive at a populated sector. One merchant seems to be mass broadcasting a request for a mercenary ship to aid him. Shall we respond? Yeah, go on then. We'll hear him out. Your ship seems reasonably well equipped. A freighter carrying some shipment of my goods is a week late. The fools flew through a pirate-filled sector in their haste, and I fear for the cargo's safety. I'm looking for a less incompetent captain to investigate. honestly, I mean, if you'd seen what happened to our last ship, I'm not sure you would be calling our captain less incompetent. But as you haven't heard about it, we'll go ahead and accept before you do. At least you're confident. For what little that's worth, here's the last known location. Added to quest marker. Where is the quest marker? Oh dear. I do not see a quest marker. This is bad. Maybe it's in another sector, I don't know. We'll go ahead and jump to this point. See if we can squeeze out any last scrap in this sector before we move on. Oh well. When you ask a nearby station for aid, a friendly programmer gives you the schematics for a drone. 15 scrap and defense drone Mark 1. I mean, it's something for nothing. No need for it because you've got a much better version of that drone, but you can sell it. Let's go ahead and jump. I'm fairly certain that if we jump down there, the next jump, they'll already be here, and then we'll have to jump again in Rebel territory. So, no, I'm... really want to investigate, but no. We'll go ahead and jump out. Hanging around is just asking for our hull to get minced. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the faster-than-light drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. You see civilian space station with heavy damage. You receive a message. We've been hit hard by the war. We need more drone parts to speed up our repairs. We'll buy some off you if you have extra. Wow. This is great. I don't want those drone parts. I can't use them. 48 scrap, however, I'm fairly certain I can use. Now, it would cost 100 energy to bring us up to shield level 3. We would then need another, maybe 50 energy to have the power to run it. So, instead, I'm going to invest this on improved bulkheads, so we've got blast doors, improved med bay, and then power enough to keep our oxygen running at full blast and our med bay on. Yeah, I'm happy with that. As I said earlier, there are events where having the right crew or the right subsystem upgrade will allow you to select a blue option, and sometimes it's simply things like having an updated med bay, or there'll be an event where they'll shut down one of your systems. Generally, what I've seen in the past is they'll only shut down 1 bar of power to that subsystem. So, for example, a pirate might infect your O2 supply and shut it down. It'll only take 1 bar off that. So if you've upgraded your oxygen supply, you can still carry on fighting. So it's useful having at least 1 upgrade in them, I find. Let's go ahead and jump to the next sector. Now, we had decided to jump to the top civilian sector so that we can coast through for as long as we can. Welcome to a new sector. Get to the exit beacon and jump to the next sector before the pursuing rebels catch you. Okay, you don't need to tell me twice. Oh yeah, there's the quest, so it was in the next sector. This is the first time I've seen a cross-sector quest, actually. Let's go ahead and visit. You arrive at the last known location of the merchant's delivery and begin to scan for the lost ship. After a quick scan, you find a ship being chased by a pirate. This must be the missing delivery ship. You move in to rescue them. Right. There's only 2... Oh, there's a lot there. There's 2 crew there. We'll see if we can take down these shields at all. Right, go for their weapons now. That's taking the missile offline, which is very good. We'll try to do the same again. There we go, and we've caused a breach as well. Next we're going to go for the O2. No, actually the helm. And the O2. We'll try and spread them out a bit. Actually no, we'll go for the weapons, make sure that laser stays down. And back to the helm. We can take the helm out completely. They shouldn't have any sort of dodging ability. There we go. and now I'm going to hit the O2. Well, actually, let's go for the helm. We probably killed him. It was the most merciful thing we could do, really. You know, rather than being sucked out, a ship breaking apart and killed by the lack of oxygen and depressurization. You know, quick death from heavy laser. You contact the delivery ship, who are grateful for your assistance. They offer you a reward for saving them: 1 missile, 1 drone part, and 27 scrap. Don't mind if I do. And we've gone this far without taking any damage yet. I'm really impressed. 2 stores, a distress signal. We don't have enough scrap to really buy anything, and we don't need to repair, so we'll go ahead to the distress signal first. Your cockpit lights up with warning signals. You are being targeted by a nearby ship. The distress calls were a lure to attract unwitting ships into weapons range. You prepare for a fight. Oh, those swines. Right, again, this shield will block pretty much everything we throw at it, so just hurl everything at that shield until it's down. Oh, they tried to teleport something onto the ship. Panic. There we go, weapons are down. Should be enough. Now, someone just leveled up, I believe. Not sure who. Oh man, I missed. I'll try to take out their teleporting weapon again. There we go. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its faster than light drive. It's trying to escape. Not if we have anything at all to do with it. If we can take out the helm, I've learned, we'll take out their faster than light drive as well. They offer you some of their cargo if you let them live. 4 fuel, anything scrap. That fuel would be nice to restock. And to be honest, the amount of fire on this ship, they're probably going to die anyway, so I don't feel too bad accepting that. It looks like Extra's leveled up. Yes, he has. At his current skill level, the weapons are charging 14% faster. Well done, Extra. You're back on biscuits and tea in the medbay from now on. Let's just jump up to this beacon and then down to the store. Hopefully we can do that before the rebels arrive. There is a black market hub here. You receive a message. These are dangerous times. If you have extra military grade explosive, we'll gladly pay for them. They are willing to take a lot. They're willing to pay 3 scrap per missile. Well, currently we're not using any missiles. We would with the firebomb, but we're probably going to get plenty of missiles before we even really have enough power to make that feasible to use. So yeah, okay, we accept. 99 scrap, and we have time enough to jump to the store before the rebels are here. With 99 scrap we should be able to afford to buy something. There is only one other ship at this beacon, and it is showing heavy damage. You receive a message on your console. Greetings, traveller. We were crippled by a band of pirates and are now forced to sell our remaining valuable equipment to acquire the necessary supplies to get home. Oh, this is happening to a lot of people. I feel quite blessed that it hasn't happened to us yet. We'll go ahead and fix that 1 point of damage. Now, Rockmen. I don't think we've come across these before, so I'll read out the details. The Rockmen of the Vrachos 4 are rarely seen and are rarely known for their are known for their fortitude. Sorry. Immune to fire, so amazing for putting out fire. Movement speed is halved and health is increased to 150. I think that's like half again what a normal human has. Or we can get a crew teleporter. Now that is a very difficult choice. Crew teleporter. The reason for that is, actually, we may be able to afford him anyway. The reason I've gone for the crew teleporter is we already have more crew than we need on the ship to man all the stations. But, so having additional crew is only really going to help in situations where we need to repair something or there's a fight. But having the teleporter will allow us to send those additional crew if they're not necessary onto an enemy ship. But if we sell this, not quite enough. I've been holding on to this because it would be a very nice item, but no, we'll sell that and we'll buy Kirby. Kirby, what an awful name. But okay, Kirby, go to the room there. And I think it's time that Williams swaps with Arson. I'll send Arson on the away teams instead of Williams because Arson is likely to have a better chance at fighting and surviving, more to the point. So, at least I think that's right. Let me just quickly check. Combat damage inflicted is halved. Well, that's a little bit ambiguous, because are they saying the damage that Williams inflicts on other people is halved, or the damage that is inflicted upon Williams is halved? I'm going to assume that... I'm going to assume that they're not as good in combat. For the time being. If anyone knows better, please leave me a comment. Okay, let's jump. Now we have two choices, and we're going to go for the top option because we can use this nebula then to mask our movements, slow the rebels down, give us a little bit more time to earn some scrap here. Arrive at a populated sector. One merchant seems to be mass broadcasting a request for a mercenary ship to aid him. Shall we respond? Yes, we shall. Great. I was worried no one would respond. My usual carrier is days late. I need you to deliver this cargo of drone parts to a small station a few jumps from here. I'll pay you a bit of scrap now, but they will surely tip you generously. Except, I don't see any reason not to. Great. I uploaded their location to your star map. I'm running out of options, so I have no choice but to trust you'll do what you have agreed to do. 5 drone parts. Added a quest marker. Where's the quest marker? Please tell me the quest marker wasn't there, because that's awful. But we'll go ahead and jump now. I imagine it was. Those two stores were really close together. A small NG research vessel is trying to fend off a Mantis ship. You move in to engage, but after a quick scan of your ship, the Mantis ship retreats. The NG offer you a drone schematic as thanks for your timely arrival. System repair drone. I believe that's different from one we've had before. Yes. Alright, so if we activate this drone, had we the ability to, it would actually roam around on the ship, trying to repair any systems that were damaged, which is quite cool. And... oh, there's another store there. I'm going to spend as much time out with the nebula as I can, simply because I like my senses. You see a small station fitted with hundreds of repair drones. You receive the automated message. We don't know who you are, and we don't care, but this is the right place for some ship repair. Keep wanting to try and say that in along with Gato's theme from Chrono Trigger for some reason. I don't know why. But we're going to ignore because we don't have any damage. And we'll jump along to this beacon now. You detect a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. You can either avoid them or intervene to defend the outpost. Which, of course, we're going to do. I mean, so far, no one on our ship has shown any sign that they're happy with what the rebels are doing. The rebels respond to your threat. I don't know who you are, but no one defies the rebel fleet. They move into a gauge. I assure you, we make a business out of defying the rebel fleet. And that is a boarding drone, and that isn't good. Right, you two, get over here right away. We need to prioritize taking out their drone control. Absolutely cannot afford this. we can't fight him in that depressurized area. Just can't. We need to take that drone down first. Right, Aavak, get out. Swamps. Oh, Swamps is slightly wounded. Swamps, get him to med bay. Pound that up, yep. Alright, get out of there. We've lost our ability to dodge, so we absolutely need to take that out. That drone should have been taken down, but it hasn't been. Right, we'll go for their weapon system for now. Try it. Come on, burst laser. We need this now. Right, it doesn't much matter if he breaks that. Let him in. I'll close behind him and get back in there to fight. Being a robot, he's quite well armed. Right, get out of there. Right, I believe we've killed him. Now we want Swamps and Williams in there right now. Arson back on shields. In fact, Aavak and Arson get in there and get Kirby on shields. Quickly. Right, hopefully this room has still got enough oxygen in it to keep Aavak up. I'm going to put the extra power into the oxygen system. That should pull that room back up quickly. Right. Their weapon system should be down for now, but this isn't going well. Get them healed up. We need to take that weapon system back down. Right. That's that done, so we'll get these guys. Oh, that was a tough battle. We only took one hull damage, but that was a rough battle for me. The ship breaks apart and you quickly salvage what you can. 1 fuel, 1 drone part, and 31 scrap. The drone, unlike a regular attacker, the drone is now completely shut down, which is wonderful. We're going to go ahead and just move these NG straight in there. Aavak, go back to helm. Arson, get him, heal up, and then you can go on there. They've already fixed that, so let's get him in there to kill the drone as well. That was close. That was very close. Or at least I feel it was. You know, there were a few times where the life support monitors on the crew's wristbands were blasting alarms. But yes, unlike regular attackers, when these robots get taken down, sorry, the ship gets taken out, or the drone control goes down, the robots will just stop dead. If that had been like a regular person had beamed over, they'd have kept fighting, even though they had no ship to go back to. Just to spite me. Right, we'll get Williams back on shields and Swamps back on engines. And we should be good to go. Let's just make sure there isn't someone with better combat than Arson, but I believe he's the best. Yeah, Arson's got the best combat skills. Okay. Now we're going to be jumping back into the nebula. Or rather, into a nebula. There's nothing here save for the vast swirls of gas reflecting rays from a distant sun. It's almost poetic. Let's move on to the next one. An advanced Rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small Rebel space station. However, without functioning sensors, it's impossible to tell what is inside. We can attack the automated ship to get to the station or avoid provoking the ship. It does have cloaking. I can't tell what weapons it has yet, but yeah, we want to know. It looks like an ion weapon and a laser. There's absolutely no point in having anyone in the transporter room because there's not going to be any oxygen in an automated scout, so I'm not going to be sending anyone over there. Okay, one weapon down. Let's try and take out this cloaking system if we can. You notice that even though they hit our shields with ions, oh wow, with an ion weapon it only reduced it by 2 power, which leaves us with 1 layer of shielding. Yeah, that should keep it from cloaking for now. Though I noticed it was able to fire its weapon from stealth without breaking it, which is an advanced augment you can pick up. I'm a little jelly, bro. This should be the end of it, really. There we go. Now we get to find out what was in that station. Salvage what you can from the broken ship, 39 scrap. The station was either abandoned or stripped clean. It seems to have lain unused for quite some time. Find nothing useful. That's a shame, but I don't mind too much. We got plenty of scrap from the actual drone. Let's go ahead and visit this nebula. It's hard to see why, but this beacon is apparently a tourist destination. One of the ships at the small station is offering a deal. 6 fuel. Oh, I'll give us 6 fuel for 2 drone parts. We accept. And next we're going to jump to the exit beacon. You arrive at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. You find a rebel automated scout floating near this beacon. Despite its pristine condition, it appears to be deactivated. We can either download the ship's data stores, or we can just scrap it. Don't risk reactivating it, just strip the ship for any useful scrap. I believe downloading its data stores will give us data about the sector we're in, so as we're about to leave it, it's not really useful to us, so we'll just take the scrap. And with that, we'll just move our crew back to their regular station. So, wait, no, Williams, go on shields. Arson, get ready for fighting. And it looks like we're ready. Let's jump to the next sector. Wait. We could visit this one before... I think we've got enough time, so... yeah, let's do it. I had this dread feeling that we were about to jump into an asteroid belt. But no, this beacon has been built for a nearby civilian space station. No one hails your ship. Oh, forever alone. Okay, let's leave. Now generally, from what I found anyway, you don't have the chance of another event if you jump back to a beacon you've already been to, unless, obviously, the rebels have since caught up. But let's just leave this sector. And we'll go... oh, Zoltan Homeworlds. Yes. Ooh, achievement unlocked. Just getting started. Ship unlocked. NG Cruiser. Very, very nice. The Zoltan patrol their borders but let you pass when you ID as Federation. Let's hope they won't be so courteous to the rebels. Congratulations, by making it to the 5th sector, you've unlocked the NG playable ship for future playthroughs. Which, hopefully, we don't have to start too soon. Let's have a quick look at this sector. Oh, it looks like there's a quest here. This may be where we were asked to drop off the drone path. That's quite cool. But this sector seems almost set up like a grid. You can kind of see the grid there. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm imagining it. But that quest is quite far away, so it's probably one of the last things we're going to visit. But given its position, we'll probably want to move up along the north, and then down along the right side of the map towards the exit beacon there. Or we could go along the middle, I suppose, and then up and down. Oh well, I'll leave that choice for the next video. We're going to be leaving this with pretty good, in pretty good position actually. We got a new subsystem, the teleporter, though it's not currently powered, which I will fix. We've got Extra, who's leveled up on weapons, and wow, he's actually really close to leveling up again. Aavak is almost leveled up on piloting. Arson's was doing well on shields, but still it is, I guess. Halfway on combat. Swamps is doing really well on repair and on engines. Williams just beginning with shields. And Kirby yet to do anything really, but we've got 22 fuel, 2 missiles, don't really use them, 7 drone parts. We have even less chance of using them than missiles, so Wouldn't have minded if those two were swapped around, but 168 scrap. If it wasn't for the fact that whenever I spend my scrap, when I've got a lot of it, I immediately encounter a shop, I would spend that on upgrading the shields, but we're going to hold off, just until we find the first shop. And with that, I'm going to end this video. Next time, we'll patrol the Zoltan homeworlds and see what we can see. Take care.